more of these fucking tentacle things out here, though. Bag was lucky. We did not get that glory kill there. Things were gonna get really tricky. There's more tentacles in this, from what I can remember. I wanted a glory kill. How that aim assist followed that lost soul down. Ooh, busted forward. Is that a fucking alligator? There is more tentacles. Keep the shotgun out for that. We gotta probably punch a block or something. The one I never really got a good strategy on, that I am fairly nervous about, is the Colosseum boss. Yep, we have to punch a block. Always. Never really got used to him. He's just gonna be tough. Hello! Have you heard of the High Elves? That just takes a lot. Go into staggered. Oops. How much shit am I leaving behind? Tell me more of the High Elves. Well, I ran into a few in the woods yesterday. Oh my. I had to put them down with a fire spell. Goodbye. Later. It's easy to get to Morrowind if you're a wizard and can work on water! What the hell just happened? The door shut on us. Goodbye. Ah, yes. Finest goods in Skyrim. Greetings, outsider. There were 3 Daedra inside the Mages Guild last night, and there has not been a sign since the age of the snake! Yes. Look at this guy on a knee, lining up their shots. Oh, guess he can't digest a grenade when he's frozen. Yeah, Wilso, he's mastering the FX. He knows the way, the way, the way, the way. Go away. Go away. We gotta go back. I can't really remember this one. I know what I'm gonna do. That's fine. I know what I'm gonna do. We only have to do 15 of these. Kill the prowlers with the rocket launchers. Let's just get it. What'd they spawn us in at, though? Shit. Okay, not too far away. It's actually kind of tricky. It's a bit of a long spawn. What I need to be working on is this. We need to start getting some of these challenges done because we're going to be getting deeper into the game and we're not going to have some pretty important abilities. You know what, being able to hit 2 whiplashes at once though, it's going to be really helpful. I have to redo this door? Oh wow, I need to be doing that more often. That was one for the fucking 4 for the price of 1. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to pass that thing because that's not worth doing over and over again. There'll be another area with an easier spawn. Let's just finish it. Honestly, my preferred method for prowlers is still the shotgun. Damn, we came in there so low. That one Mancubus shot was enough because the Mancubus can 2-hit you. On the ice grenade, I need to get the whole gang. And then we'll get it. Oops. Only 15 more. This is a good chance to farm some stuff out. Shotgun skin looks pretty cool, man. If they had like a more traditional PvP, this ain't Fallout 76. Yeah, Wastelanders is out, right? Are you gonna? Did you ever get Fallout 76? Yeah, we played it together. Are you gonna play it, Ashton? I know I'm not. At this point, fuck Fallout 76. Fallout First was a complete stab in the back of the trail. Spent $80 on that game. They had a $15 a month subscription for something that would have made that game. If that game had unlimited junk storage from the beginning, it would have taken me a lot to quit. I would have done like I do with a lot of games, and I would have routinely come back to it. Fallout First broke the camel's back for me. How's the day going, man? I'm better than good, I'm better than most. How the hell are you, Ashton? That game is dead to me. Same here. Man, if this was Halo. What, Wreckers? Sure you get that shout out. Ashton's a Marine. Really funny. He's really good at team-based games, tactical games. He's been playing a lot of Bleeding Edge where he's really good. World War Z, Remnant from the Ashes. He's been streaming really consistently here lately as well. Please support that man and his hard work. He's really on the grind. How'd I use that to farm prowlers with the rocket launcher that last time? We pretty much done with that challenge though. So I kind of made a mistake in not doing that. Sitting at work doing literally nothing. Nice. Well, thank you for spending some of your time with us. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, the Fallout 76 video game. Wanna Fight Words. Yep, Wanna Fight Words. They just released Wastelanders today, and it's free. But the problem is, to really enjoy the game properly, it's a subscription now. If they would have just told the truth from the very beginning, it wouldn't have been a big deal. The fact that they said there were not going to be paid DLCs, there's not going to be any pay to win, there's only going to be cosmetics. ruins it, man. It ruins it. They lied. Multiple, many. We don't even have to go into it. Oh my god, I mean, you can find a video that's 2 years old that goes into the 1001 things that, you know, Fallout 76 did wrong. A brief history of Fallout 76. There's so many things. The rum bottle kerfuffle. Fucking, the canvas bag. It's just on and on and on. And that's an old video now. They've done even more since then. Bad DRM, terrible glitches. At one point, people were able to spawn the fucking, big Brotherhood of Steel Zeppelin in. Unlimited items, still duplication glitches. There's a glitch going on right now that you can still cause millions of items to spawn in and break a server. People with modded gear, hacked gear, a black market. It's just, the list is beyond. You would think it's so bad, you would think it's fiction. You would think it's like everything that goes wrong with modern video games. And you think you're reading a fiction book that's more of an allegory rather than the truth. The truth is truly stranger than fiction. When it comes to Fallout 76, it's just that bad. Outline stuff making... Hey, glad you guys are making some money. Yeah, that game's pretty much dead to me, too. I want to say dead, but maybe they'll do something amazing, but it'd have to take something beyond. Like, Fallout First would have to become... They would have to put some of the stuff from Fallout First into the game for free. And even then, but unlimited junk storage, man, it makes me so angry. Successful. It's all I want in that game. It's all I wanted from the beginning, and they made you have to pay for it.
Hayden's outpost.
Especially because you lose your shit so much, and the server gets mitigated, and you build these workshops, and you lose all your mats to it, and they nerf the workshops, and they nerf the farming. It's just, they've done some cool things, apparently, which is too bad, because it's like one step forward for every 5 steps back with Fallout 76. I just can't wait for Diablo 4. Gotta wait for the competitive mode for BE. What's BE? Go out back into Remnant War with Z, gotta play some family games on the Switch and wait. Hey, you gotta keep playing Apex with us too, man. You've worked so hard at Apex Legends. Don't forget us. I see you're going hard on Remnant though, War with Z. Yeah, when's Diablo 4 due out? And what is BE? That went poorly. I like the plasma cannon more than the damn minigun for those guys. And the lock-on burst thing just sucks. Takes too much ammo, takes too much time to use it. Damn it. I could have completely changed the equation of that fight had I just hit that fucking cue ball right. Okay, I'm honestly okay with that. We probably could have kept living because there's a 200 health, 200 armor, but if I hit the cue ball right, the fight's gonna be so different. Hard to build a bullet-making plant just to have your game crash and all your mats go to waste? Exactly. You're 100% right. Mostly the fact that the floor is lava after that slam that can really hurt you. we gotta hit the cue ball, right? I think we wait. Still didn't do it right. Shit. That's a lot of dudes up there. Still didn't hit that fucking cue ball right. Due to my crap signal. It's all good, man. I still appreciate you coming in here to say hi. Someone can come and take it and farm you for cash. Yep, that too. Are you gonna check out Wastelanders today, Will? So you put a lot of time into Fallout 76. January 2009. Would you play though? Are you gonna check out Wastelanders? Just use this cue ball to fucking get rid of something. Not gonna go for perfect anymore on that. Wow, what? There's a lot of shit there. We need to get rid of the pinky. Kicked out of the server. Yeah, I don't blame you. You know, you made the right decision. After once was enough for you. I went through that probably close to 100 times, and you know, degrees of worse. Like sometimes we'd set up the entire fucking server, you know, with all the workshops, and get booted right after we like use fusion plants up. And I hate all the freaking limits to the game too. All the God, every Fallout game, every Bethesda game, you had unlimited inventory. You could stock up, and that was like just the fun. And I just got so sick of losing stuff. Either glitches, crashes, server mitigation, bugs, or just straight up that you were limited all the time on everything. You I'm fucking sick of. Ah, that pinky. That pinky's what's killing us. 100% the pinky keeps ramming through our back. Move the mobile game shit. They might as well charge you energy. I don't mind it being multiplayer. That's why I bought it in the first place. I don't mind that whole idea of having like a Fallout MMO. We just need unlimited junk storage. They need to get rid of all the pay-to-win bullshit. They need to stabilize the game. You know, just, and it's like, it's actually like 100 things they need to do. No, but they've got to learn, and this is how they'll learn. The problem is they don't change the engine. You know, they took this Creation engine that was straight up only for making single player, big open world single player games like they do. That's fine. People complain about the engine being old. Their engine works for what they need it to do. That's all that matters. Because an engine evolves over time. Unreal Engine is just the 4th version of Unreal. You don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to that stuff, but I don't mind that. It's just that it was completely, they totally just wanted to be able to monetize an online game like Destiny. Same thing with Anthem. They were all following a trend that started a few years ago when Destiny started really taking off and was making money hand over fist by doing this MMO-like model with all the mobile game stuff, the soft caps, the hard caps, yada yada yada. a tough section. Not a good checkpoint for it either. It never got better. Apparently some of the events were better. I'm not completely disagreeing. I think you're right. Because every time it did get a little better, it got fundamentally worse. There'd be where you could put the Zeppelin in and spawn in Preston Garvey, and there was how they were getting in the dev room, and then on top of the stuff that was happening in-game, they had stuff out of the game happening. The Nuka Rum that was that shitty plastic case full of fucking third world vodka, basically. All the fucking garbage litter they sell on the site. How they turned the Vault Boy, which was the symbol of, like, corporate overlords and, you know, like, corporate feudalism. It was so tongue-in-cheek and became, completely ironically, became the thing that thing was parodying. It just goes on and on and on. But I still think at the foundation, the idea is not bad. What if we had an MMO Fallout and players really got to design their own destiny and they could build and they could have these workshops? Like, that stuff is good. If it had a setup, like a set server, like, how did that cue not hit anything? It could be amazing. You know, if you could, like, just go into a server and have the workshops already set up for you and not have to do the fucking private servers. Solo, single-player Fallout should be their own thing. Fallout 76 was always its own thing, and that's okay. But it was corrupted. The basic idea was corrupted. They didn't put their whole heart and soul into it. They didn't make a great Bethesda game with great stories, and even though all the janks there, you get addicted to the RPG mechanics, you get addicted to the world. None of it's there. I mean, and all I am is going over, you know, at this point, what is the most fucking trite thing to talk about, because everybody knows. There is very, very few defenders of that game left, and I don't mind those people. I think that they can sometimes be a little blind, and I think voting with your wallet is a thing that we do in this country. So I can't agree with what they're voting for, but like Rifle Gaming on YouTube is one. You know, he supports the game, he still loves the game, he's still addicted to the game. It's very seldom that he'll talk any kind of shit about the game. I made a video about the VR they made. I feel like I went over it as well as I could as far as my opinion of, you know, what is, it's just blasé. I'm resigned to the fact that it's shit. And I wanted it to be great. I was going to totally dedicate a lot of the stream and my time to it. But there's no getting around the fact that it's garbage. It's not only garbage, it's malicious garbage. I needed that ammo and the game punished me hard for it. I'm still letting too much shit build up. I don't like this checkpoint. It's difficult to hit the cue ball properly. It's already spawned, that's weird. Probably should be working on a challenge right there. Wish that door wouldn't shut. It's weird that the spawns are slightly different. I kind of was thinking about headshotting it and changed my mind, and it just meant I just missed my shot and wasted it. We got the glory kill, we just need to run through it. The AoE Florida's lava is something I gotta get better about. Not. Getting tripped up on. exposed bones. That's a better start. We need to get rid of the pinky. This way. Alright. Get rid of this fucking corpse. Good, 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 good. That's a better start than what we've been getting. Fucking whiplashes are out. That's not good. Still hit us. Just gonna go ahead and grab that up. As far as I know, there's gonna be another wave of this shit that spawns down here. Look at that. That thing turned. That thing fucking turned. We were sat on this block in order to avoid it, and that thing turned to a sharp... It's one or the other. Left, right, or... Left or right. Either way. That's some bullshit. Oh. Secret up there. Do we have fast travel yet? Nope. Cross. That's a cool vinyl.
Elena Richardson, log entry 006, February 9th, 2163. The only thing they fear is him. We watched as the Horde overwhelmed the very best and most advanced machinery and weapons technology that we could muster against the opposition. It was useless. They moved too quickly. They cared not for themselves, only sought out the blood of humanity. They were willing to sacrifice their own to get to the heart of our world. We slaughtered thousands and millions more.
Yeah, I'd make out with him too. You can get the knob, I'll get the lips.
He came.
And I mean both sets of lips.
Cut through them like a sickle of food. His fury is surpassing their own. He is faster, more relentless.
Doomslayer, level 50 boss.
Believe him now to be more than just a man. He is Doom.
Doom. To me, those are the best audio logs in the game. They're so good. It's questioning everything she believes in. She comes to one realization: there is only Doom. Be right back. I'm gonna put another hour into Doom today, and then we're gonna go eat some dinner, and we'll be back with Apex for the evening tomorrow. Probably strictly Doom. So In my opinion, the Fallout franchise was always going to be a bad fit for multiplayer. It's found in the choices you make as a player and how it affects NPCs world around you. Fallout 3 with its binary good evil choice is still something. Train to the end game, no choices to be made, no NPCs at all. I like the idea that the humans are become the NPCs, and that's why I say if you had a server, and you build it up like an MMO, and you could have players align themselves with a faction, like they clearly dabbled with that idea very lightly, but it's totally what they should have done. They would have built a system of faction allegiance and then incorporated that into the PvP. Like they had that survival server that was actually a lot of fun. If they had that survival server with the faction system, and then you would start with the building and the workshops, and you could have certain factions own these workshops, and you only get access to like the bullet stuff if you're Brotherhood of Steel. You only get access to like the nuclear energy stuff if you're a part of the Enclave, so that you would have this balance of choices and how you want to build and how you want to function. Put that in a survival server with the really heavy penalties for living and dying. Put some kind of meta score behind it. Brotherhood of Steel owns this much territory, has killed this many players, yada yada yada. Like they did the player vending machines. And the player vending machines was a huge step forward for them. So I think that players can totally create that world on their own, and you could recreate that, just like ESO managed to do it with Elder Scrolls. If Elder Scrolls Online is a thing, then Fallout 76 MMO can be a thing. They just didn't do any of that shit. It's a Fallout game without NPCs and multiplayer and all the bugs and jank times 100. So I agree with you on that end, but I still think as an idea, as a what if, Fallout 76 could be cool. That's why I bought it. You bought it as well. You'd have to incorporate that kind of stuff though, to make it feel more lived in, to make it feel like your decisions actually matter, and your builds actually matter, and the way that you choose to align yourself is purposeful and make PvP an element that matters, rather than how they did it. And they got rid of the survival server just to probably prop up their BR numbers, and the BR has gotten worse. It has fundamentally just gotten worse. It was at least playable. It was, it was an oddity. It was an oddity, but it was a playable oddity that had moments that were fun. And the last time we played it, you were here for that, Wilso. It was so fucking bad. It was so fucking bad. It was like 15 FPS, 70 field of view. You turn slow as fuck. You're still dealing with this menu system that they've had since Morrowind. That's right. See, I agree with you as far as what you're saying. In 76, you're just on the training in the game, no choice to be made, no NPCs at all. It's just that I feel still... I had some really cool experiences in Fallout 76, playing alone. That map is cool. They still did a good job on the map. Appalachia as a map is a cool map, and it has some dynamic weather, which a lot of games don't have. I love dynamic weather in video games. And just hunting rad stags. Just having a cabin and building it up. Now, I hate all the limitations when it comes to the building. And if they had player vending around that time... so if I had just two things, I think I'd still be playing it today. If you take out all the controversies. Unlimited junk storage. It is so much bullshit that we have to pay $15 a month for a feature that should be free and should be built in the game, and God, it would save so many headaches. And two, and it should be there. You fucking write the items to a file. It takes kilobytes of memory. That's it. And number two is player vending machines. And factions. I think I mentioned that. And factions. I needed, like you're talking about, meaningful choices. I don't necessarily need NPCs. But I want it to matter how I chose to align myself at the end of the story. But of course it doesn't. It's like you're saying, well, so it's just a rush to the end of the game. And then it doesn't matter, and then you just farm like Borderlands. Well, Borderlands and Fallout aren't a good mix.
All armed personnel, the mortally challenged, have entered the compound.
Instead, it's like, yeah, I've aligned myself with the responders. And so, that should just be like, you kind of have access to everything generally. And you're not even maybe a PvP faction. You're just mostly like a gang of merchants that likes to band together and survive. Then what was that other one, like Free Appalachia? They could be like the darkest fucking group, and they're manhunters. I don't know. It could have just been so much more, and I guess it still could be. Maybe Wastelanders is going to be great. They're going to keep working on it. It's just got so much baggage. Riker says, I think it could have been a great co-op game with 1-1, made it a buddy co-op survival game. You can do that now if you're willing to pay $15 a month, Rikers. I mean, like, true MMO style servers. You know, and once you're on there, it's kind of set, so that you could try to own a workshop overnight, like Pokemon Go, how you can take over gyms.
The mortally challenged have entered the compound. Evacuation is advised.
And just, nothing is substantive in Fallout 76. It's an RPG that relies on everything being temporary, and it wants you to be dedicated to that whole idea that loot goes in and out of your hands like water. Anything you've built up has got to come right back down. Any workshop you own, any friends you acquire spontaneously in the server are gone as soon as there's a server mitigation. So there's not even guilds, there's none of that shit, the social features that hold an MMO together. I'll still defend the idea. It's just that they implemented the idea in such a shitty way. I shouldn't get back together. They did it with one goal in mind, and it's obvious, and we don't have to go over it. We don't even have to fucking write an essay on it, because it is simply self-evident. They did it for monetization, and that's it. They made a quick turnaround. They pretty much, it's unfortunately what you said, that I said it wouldn't be Wilso. It's Fallout 4 multiplayer. With every damn microtransaction system you can imagine in there. It's got a subscription service, it's got pay-to-win mechanics, it's got cosmetics. It is about the most scumbaggy fucking monetization game ever. It's got a trinket shop full of litter right outside of the entire thing, where you can pay $76 for a scumbag leather jacket. You can buy batteries, you can buy coffee mugs, t-shirt, underwear, thongs. Everything's for sale except through the gift shop. That is Fallout 76. And it sucks, because I'm not alone in being someone who's loved Bethesda games. Morrowind is still my favorite. I can talk about it all day. Oblivion, God, we quote the memes from it constantly. You know, I went through and 100% in Fallout 3 here on the stream. We're gonna do it New Vegas, even though I know that's not Bethesda. It's just, I do love those style of games, like a lot of you. And 76 is just, it's just what Bethesda was becoming and has become. And the writing was on the wall. There's people that love and defend Skyrim, and Skyrim's okay. It's the last good game they made. It's the last good game. But I don't think Skyrim was near what their other projects have been. I think it's extremely limited, but you can tell that they're fucking sweating it out. When I've played Skyrim, when I get the sense of it's like, we gotta, they feel like we gotta stop making these traditional games. We gotta stop giving people so much value. We gotta stop making these big storytelling DLCs with lots of new mechanics, with a whole new area to explore, interesting stories. No, we're giving them too much. We gotta figure out a way that, one, we can make our fans do it, hence the paid mods, and two, that we can make money for them having done it. They've achieved that goal. It is the least effort for the maximum reward. Bethesda has become fucking tax season, and it's sad. And they take too fucking long to make their games. I know games are hard and take a long time, but Jesus! When did Skyrim come out? I died to trash pumps, that sucks. Clearly I'm not focused. Skyrim's like 10 fucking years old. Not the current company, not Bethesda. I like Fallout 3. I really enjoyed Fallout 3. I love Morrowind. I love Ken Rolston, Ken Rogers, whatever his name was, the guy who did Morrowind and did Daggerfall and did Oblivion. He's got vision, he's passionate, he understands RPGs. I thought Fallout 3 was great. I love that game. Got a big review on it on YouTube, obviously. It's not that, it's... I think that Bethesda is perfectly capable of making Fallout 76. How did he die? It's just not this iteration of Bethesda. And maybe it's ZeniMax. Who knows? Whatever caused it, they became fucking EA. They became EA, but at least EA still releases playable games on occasion. I mean, the thing about... dying to trash mobs. The thing about EA is... sometimes their games are still fun. and it puts a you know,
Warning.
a bad taste in your
All
mouth,
armed
but
personnel.
it's true,
The
and they
mortally
usually try
challenged
not to go
enter the
way
compound.
overboard. They do on the sports
Evacuation
games.
is advised.
But they've been smart enough to realize that for their own good, they can only get away with so much monetization. Like, we've decided to accept cosmetics as paid DLC, for instance, or even loot boxes. But they try not to stack too many of those features up at once. And like this Bethesda doesn't give a damn. I mean, they added repair kits. They added a fridge that people wanted the fridge so badly. And they made it an Atom Shop thing. And that's the only way to access it. They did that one cool quest where you could get the backpack and get a little extra storage, which all the players wanted. And they said that they were going to up the stash, because it was right after the game came out of beta that they brought it to a whopping 200 pounds or something. And they never upped it, the motherfucker, again. 76 was done by the main Bethesda company
Warning.
in Maryland,
personnel.
Washington, or something.
The mortally challenged have
And,
entered the compound. Evacuation
Because
is advised.
their offices are in Fallout 3. And then after that, it was Bethesda in Austin, Texas, which was a new branch. So it's not like Anthem, where BioWare also has a branch in Austin. That branch had done Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. So that team actually knows what they're doing. It's really weird that they haven't produced. So obviously Anthem's getting old and nothing's happened with it yet. But this was the team that was made for the mobile game. This was, so the main team made Fallout 76, and then as soon as they were done with it, they were done with it, and they transported it over to the Fallout Shelter team in Austin, Texas, and it was going to be their job to... I'm surprised I'm not killing that Mancubus. This is not a hard combat encounter. I'm just not really focusing or paying attention. It's Nightmare, so you got to pay attention. You can't just casually do Nightmare. So they gave it to the same team that does Fallout Shelter. I know why they left out NPCs. People would bitch that all these NPCs are dead on servers too, that you can't kill the NPCs for the first time ever in Fallout. I mean, their justification for the NPCs, which are now in the game with Wastelanders, is that it's what I was talking about, but of course they didn't do anything like to actually do that.
Warning.
Whereas
All
players were supposed to tell the story. Like, you beat the story a lot of times. It was all about how they didn't work together and all the people died. There are no survivors. That was kind of the idea, and the players would populate the world. And that they also said it was for storytelling reasons. Like, they feel like it's really difficult to tell stories in MMOs. This is Peter Hines again, who I'm quoting, and Peter Hines is the same guy that said we'd have unlimited storage, so take that for what you will. But he's their community director, so... But, they said, you know, and I actually agree with this, that it's difficult to tell stories in MMORPGs because it breaks the immersion with the fact that you're supposed to be talking to, like, Goliath, the god king of Tamriel, and he's telling you you're the chosen one, but there's like 15 other people that he's also telling are the chosen one.
Warning. All armed personnel, the mortally challenged have entered the compound. Evacuation is advised.
Why am I struggling so much on this section? Is my heart not in it? I was... Well, Final Fantasy XIV was a really good story direction for an MMO. I was shocked playing it. They did a good job separating you from others, but still playing as a part of others. That's interesting. I wonder how they pulled that off. You have to tell me. Now, did Final Fantasy XIV go offline and do a total reboot, though?
Evacuation is advised.
Like, unlike Bethesda would ever fucking do, they decided we're gonna write this wrong. That I need to stop doing. That's getting me killed. On Ultraviolence, that was killing that guy, but now it's not. I guess maybe it's the fire damage that's the big difference.
Warning. All armed personnel, the mortally challenged have entered the compound. Evacuation is advised.
gonna make a proper Fallout, another solo single-player Fallout, 76 is not it. I mean, it'd be a terrible single-player Fallout. They need to build one from the ground up, like Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, and do it right. I don't think 76 is magically a better game if it's a single-player game. But I still like 99% agree with you. Also, like I agree with you on everything you did wrong. Private Cutscene is a story that Link, so you're the main character and your friends is the side of the tail. It's really weird. Yeah, it is really weird indeed. That's a great idea. It's a good way to cover it up. So it can be done then. So Peter Hines, per usual, Peter Hines has not turned out to be true. He also said there'd be no pay to win DLC. There'd be no mechanics there'd be no gameplay that. This is Onslaught. There'd be nothing that you had to pay for mechanically, content-wise. It was just gonna be cosmetic shit. Way overpriced cosmetics, by the way. I'm talking $20 for a power armor skin, $40 for fucking Santa Claus suits, and they got in trouble by that. They actually got sued. They're being sued in America, but they got sued in Australia for false advertising and actually had to pay a settlement. And everybody who bought the game in Australia was eligible for like a couple $1,000s. That's just how bad 76 has been. They're being sued out the wazoo for all the bullshit they've done. The big thing that they did was they claimed that Santa suit that was $40 was on sale, but had never been offered before. So like, you know, previously $60 and now it's 40, or it was like 40 for 20 or something. But that's against the law in the US and in Australia and probably Canada too.
This is Dr. Elena Richardson. Log entry 007. March 3rd.
It's called like a bait and switch, I think.
2163. And with him lies our salvation. For as he gains in strength, so do they fall in numbers. The priests command the armies to the north and south, but he controls the fight. The inner circle of death is where he resides, hunting them at the far reaches of the earth and beyond. I am a believer now. I feel it is in doom that I have faith. The Slayer is the spear that stabs at the heart of our attackers, and those that would seek to harm us should feel warned. For there is only
well, she's got to get through us first, Rikers.
Dominant life form in this universe, and it carries a steel-barreled sword of vengeance. All hail the coming of the Destroyer. The Slayer's time is now.
Dramatic pause. Best audio logs in the game, though. So she goes from a woman of science, no real religion, to where she becomes like questioning everything, studying him, trying to figure out who he is, what he is, to eventually she comes to a whole new religion. And her religion is all hail the Doomslayer, the coming of the Destroyer. There's only two things. We are so close to 100%ing this level. Where's the fast travel at? Going through that whole thing. Let's put that in the quotes. Let's put that in the quotes. Quote 260 Rikers. Wow. Where's the fast travel? We're at the end of the level, I'm sure of it. Is this NCIS? Let me hack. Hacking intensifies. Just make computer noises. Oh man, give us a fast travel. Why don't we have a fast travel? Oh, it's gonna be a boss fight here. See, this is gonna be one of those levels where it just ends. We're gonna get the fast travel, but by then the level's gonna be over. This is gonna be the Marauder fight.
Dr. Hayden's office laboratory is located at the top of this facility.
Attention. Emergency protocols have been activated.
The Marauder fight that
Please
becomes
exit the
a
facility
Marauder
now.
every level. Or maybe we're not there yet. It's the
My
first
God,
interaction with the humans.
Dr.
This looks like the area,
convinced, that you would come here for this, eventually.
Crucible.
Can I just say that it is an honor for me, personally, to meet you?
Attention. Emergency protocols have been activated. Please exit the facility now.
There we go. I was hoping you would do that, Wilso.
We don't know how to access his main cortex. It's all alien. We couldn't figure it out.
I'll bet that dude
We
is a
have to,
unit.
Prepare for his
He's a
careful
god.
extraction.
He's a
We're given
demigod.
Specific orders.
Come on, Robot. Why aren't you
His
working?
life signal is barely readable.
Warning. Demonic presence threat level 5 entering main
Dr.
laboratory.
Samuel Hayden. Ah, fucker. He's hit. He's you. That's what the Marauder is. He's you. That's pretty much what they've done. Is fight another Doomslayer.
Opening the portal now.
See, they set this guy up knowing he's a fucking boss, and then they just make him a consistent enemy.
You were never one of us.
What up, Tyrell?
You were
I'm going to dinner
but a
soon.
usurper.
So I think these are the Sentinels that are actually loyal to the Maker. Love the classic.
Eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see, Slayer.
The effects that they've done to the vocals are so good. Fuck. And there was a dog. We got our blood punch in. Oh boy, the dog. How could I forget about the fucking dog? So it begins, and so it begins.